ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवी सरस्वती व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नष्टकी। Vindraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Reading Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, 29th chapter, titled as Explanation of Devotional Service by Kapiladev to Devhuti. Kapiladev is explaining how Krishna is controller within and without. So in the heart of all the living entities, Krishna is controlling as Paramatma. He is situated there in every living entity's heart. And one who is the advanced devotee will see Paramatma within the heart of everybody. At the same time, Paramatma is also the time, and he is controlling all the living entities in the form of destruction. As Krishna is the time is controlling our life. So those who are devotees, they are not afraid of Kala, because with the Kala they are serving Krishna. But those who are non-devotees are always afraid of Kala. So people are afraid of death because Kala. Now this fear is also because Krishna is the supreme controller. He is controlling within the heart and outside. Krishna is also controlling all the other Devi Devtas, and we will learn that in yesterday's shlokas, that yad yad bhayad vati vato ayam suryastapati yad bhayad varshate devo bhagano bhati yad bhayat. So out of fear, because Krishna is the supreme controller, supreme master, Parama Ishvara. So under his control, all the bhagano means all the celestial personalities or heavenly bodies or heavenly living entities like Devi Devtas, they are all working under his supremacy. That is, he is described as Yad Bhayad Vati Vato Yam. So Vato means the wind. You see Kapha Pitta Vata. Have you heard that? What is Vata? Vata means wind. Then Surya Tapati Yad Bhayat. Surya means Suraj, sun. Sun is also acting because he is under control, Bhayat, out of fear for Krishna. And then Yad Bhayad Varshate Devo. Varshate means shower, rain. So Indra Devta is also working under the control of Krishna. Bhagado Bhati Yad Bhayad. And all the Devi Devtas, everybody is working under the guidance, supremacy of Lord Krishna. Now, further in the shloka, Kapiladev continues his explanation to Mata Dehuti how Krishna is the supreme controller. Yad vanaspatayo bhita latascha aushadhihi saha latascha aushadhibhi saha स्वे स्वे काले अभिगृह्णाति स्वे स्वे काले अभिगृह्णन्ति पुष्पाणि च फलानि च. So here yad vanaspataya bhita. So Vanaspati is the presiding deity for all the plants. Lataha cha aushadhibhi saha. So all the creepers, all the trees, all the herbs, aushadhi. Sve sve kale grinanti. All of them, each of them, they work under the fear under the control of Krishna. Pushpani cha falani cha. And the flowers and the fruits, everything is under the control of Krishna. Krishna says, he suyate sa chara achara, chara chara. Suyate sa chara chara means all the chara means moving and achara means non-moving. Everybody is working under the direction of Krishna out of fear. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Out of fear of Supreme Personality of Godhead, the trees, the creepers, herbs, and the seasonal plants and flowers, they blossom and fructify, each in its own season. So everybody has the control, everybody is under the control of Krishna. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. You want to read purport?
As the sun rises and sets and the seasonal changes ensure at their appointed times by the superintendence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, so the seasonal plants, flowers, herbs, and trees all grow under the direction of the Supreme Lord. It is not plant grow automatically without any cause, as the atheistic philosophers say, rather they grow in pursuance of the supreme order of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is confirmed in the Vedic literature that the Lord's diverse energies are working so nicely that it appears and everything is being done automatically.
See, when the administration is properly done, then it appears that everything is automatically, but it is actually done very under the nice management. So here, like say in the temple, we have a proper management. So what happens then? So then everybody does their work automatically, like spontaneously. Now, if everybody does their seva spontaneously, the person who comes from outside will think that everything is automatic. Right? But actually, there is a good administration, there is good management. So Krishna's management is the supreme management. Even though the rain comes and the season changes and the flowers come and the snow comes and so many things, it appears like automatic, but it is the best management. So it seems like here in the city also, like so many things happen automatically. The garbage truck will come and take up the garbage, and then people will come and clean the street, and then the electric board will supply the energy, water will supply the water. It appears like automatic, but it is the better management. When there is no management, then things collapse. Then you realize, oh, there is a problem with the management. So Krishna, he has a diverse energies. Lord's diverse energies are working so nicely. So it may appear automatic, but it is not appearing. Sun is coming every day and sun is setting every day. Moon is coming and moon is setting, and then trees are changing their colors. So everything appears to be going very smoothly. That's why it appears automatically. And that's why people say there is no controller. Actually, there is a controller who is looking after the things very nicely. Say in this temple, there has to be like one person who looks after everything, like say myself or Mataji. Now, if we are not here, then the things will collapse, starts moving here and there, because nobody will be under the guidance. Now, if there is no guidance, then nothing will work. Everybody will do their own things, right? Somebody will come and go and sleep and do whatever they want to do, like that. But then there has to be somebody who wants to tell, oh, this has to be done like that, this has to be done like that. Then assign the duty, like somebody has to come and plow the snow. Do you see any snow in the walkway? It's already cleaned. Have you seen the person cleaning the snow? No. So you might think, oh, it's done automatically. But the person, I know he comes and I am in contact with him. So I tell him that, okay, you have to come at this time because the people start coming at 5:30. So you have to come before early morning 5:30 and clean the snow. So he comes and plows the whole snow at 4 o'clock when you are asleep, probably. So even though it appears automatic, now if suppose there is no manager who can manage all these things, what will happen? The snow will pile. You might be inside doing your deity worship, but then who will look after that? You understand this? Now, grocery. Every week we need the groceries, right? All the vegetables, whatever limited we have, stock. So now there is somebody who is looking after the ordering. Do you order?
Yeah, I do.
No, no, no. Here in the temple, do you order? No. So who is ordering that? Somebody is ordering it. Huh? So this is the administration. So may appear automatically somebody coming and delivering, but it's not automatic. He doesn't know. It is somebody who is looking after it. So similarly in the material world also, like you can see now winter will end and the spring will come and the summer will come. It might appear that the seasons are changing automatically because we are not knowing about it. You understand the point what I'm trying to say? It might, like say every Monday the cleaners will come and clean. Now it might appear they just come automatically, but they don't come automatically. There is somebody who is telling them that you have to come at this time, you have to go at this time, you have to make sure these are the clean. If nothing clean, it's not clean properly, then I have to tell them you didn't do it good job. Similarly, Krishna is controlling all the seasons: summer, winter, spring, fall. Snow is coming, the rain is coming, the sunshine is coming. So, do you think it's automatic? You might say because you are not seeing it, but it's not automatic. It is all under the proper management. Krishna is proper management. Like, now there are no birds. Do you hear any bird sound? No birds, right? Now just wait for 1 month and you'll see hundreds of birds around. Hundreds of birds, thousands of birds. There are no plants now. Everything is dead. But then just as soon as May, June is finished, you'll see the plants everywhere, the trees growing everywhere, the beautiful flowers will come. So is it automatic? You might think it because you don't see the invisible force. Like people are taking birth and dying every day. So some people may say it's happening automatically, but no. Krishna is the supreme controller. He can control everything and anything very minutely. So that is why Krishna is a Parama Ishvara. Ishvaraha Parama Krishna Sachitananda Vigraha. Nadir Adir Govinda. Sarva Karana Karanam. Whatever the things happening around us, all this Karan is Krishna, but we just can't see him because he is invisible for our material eyes. But as I gave you the multiple administrative examples of the small institute like a temple or a big city, or even to, for that matter, whole big nation like Canada, some of the things might appear automatic, but they're not. There is a controller behind it, right? So here, further, Kapil Dev Singh, Shravanti Sarito Bhita
Shravanti Sarito Bhita
Nota Sarpati Udadhiryatah
Notasparti Udhadhir Yataha
Agnir Indesa Giribhira
Agnir Indesa Giribhira
Hurna Majjati Yad Bhayat.
Dhurna Majjati Yadbhaya.
So now here Kapil Dev is saying that Shravanti Saritaha Bhitaha. Sarita, rivers. Rivers are also flowing in a direction. Ganga flows. Can rivers change their direction? They follow in the reverse. That's not possible. How? Because Krishna has given them a direction. You have to flow in this way only. You understand this? Na utsarpati udharita. Ocean. Ocean will not cross its boundary and enter into somebody else's thing. Ocean has a limitation. Why? Because Krishna has given them a limitation. You can't cross this boundary. Agni indesa giribhya. Agni, fire is also working, and giri, mountains are also there, and the earth is also there. Na majjati yat bhayat. But all of them are working under the Krishna's direction. Out of fear, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the rivers flow, the ocean never overflows. Out of fear of him only does the Fire burn, and does the earth with its mountain not sink in the water of universe? You see that? Everybody has to work under Krishna's direction, Krishna's fear. Krishna is the supreme controller. We beautifully explained here by Kapil Dev, purport by Srila Prabhupada. Read.
We can understand from the Vedic literature that this universe is half filled with water on which Garbhodakshaya Vishnu is lying. From his abdomen, a lotus flower has grown, and within the stem of that lotus flower, all the different planets exist. The material scientists explain that all these different planets are floating because of the law of gravity or some other law. But the actual lawmaker is the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Hmm.
When we speak of law, we must understand that there must be a lawmaker. The material scientists can discover law of nature, but they are unable to recognize the lawmaker. From Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, we can know who the lawmaker is. The lawmaker is the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
So Srila Prabhupada is saying that sometimes material scientists, they don't believe in the God. Right? So they say there is no God. They're called atheist. Atheist means they have no idea that there is a controller. There is a Big Bang theory. So Big Bang theory scientists say that, oh, there was a big explosion and the whole universe was created. Well, try exploding a couple of things and see what is created. They're exploding all the bombs in the different countries, and everything is destroying. Nothing is being created. So material scientists, so material scientists, they can discover the different laws of nature. Like there is one law, what's called law of gravity. Do you know law of gravity? What is it? Anything you throw up will come down. It's the law of gravity. Then there is law of refraction. If you have studied the physics, then when the light passes through the prism, it splits into 7 different colors. Then there is a law, Newton's law. What is that Newton's law? Every action has equal and opposite reaction. So there are different laws of nature. Law of gravity, law of refraction, there are physics laws, mathematics laws. So many laws are there. Now, when you say law, like we have a law in Thunder Bay or in the Canada that you always drive on the left side. You don't drive on the right side. In India, it's the right side drive. In Canada, law left hand side. Now, when there is a law, what does that mean? There is a lawmaker. There's a government who is looking after the laws, right? So when there is a art, there's a painting here, beautiful painting of Lord Krishna here. So do you think that this painting came by itself? So somebody has painted it, like, those garlands. Now some people say, oh, the garland came automatically. So you can say that, oh, I am the one who made those garlands, right? Now, so people who do not know can say that the painting came automatically or the beautiful trees and the plants come automatically. But it is not automatic. It is programmed. Somebody has directed all those things, right? So from Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, we can know that there is a lawmaker. Who is that lawmaker? So Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the lawmaker. So material scientists, they are scientists, but they are not really thinking scientifically that to reject something, you need to be very careful. So if you reject that there is no sun, well, sun is there outside. You just can't see it from this room. So just you cannot see it does not mean that it does not exist. Like 50 years ago or 100 years ago, there were no cell phones. But the problem was that the technology did not exist. The science did exist. Science of cell phone, like, it's the waves traveling from one place to another, and then you need those receptors too. So the sound vibration did travel, like in Kurukshetra, Lord Krishna was speaking Bhagavad Gita, and Sanjaya sitting in the Hastinapur could hear it. Now that was the yogic science. So the science existed, but the people who received it did not have the mechanism to receive it. You understand? So similarly, the cell phone science or the telephone science or technology, so many technologies like internet. There's internet here, is that right? But what do you need for the internet to accessible? What do you need?
Password.
You need an instrument who can access that internet. Like your phone need to have a Wi-Fi card, right? Is that right? If your phone doesn't have a Wi-Fi card, then the phone is of no use. You understand? So you need the instrument which can capture it, and then of course you need the login details and username and password. But if you do so, similarly, the technology is created by Krishna. It's already existing. We just have to receive it in a proper receptacle. So it is said that the planets do not sink here, since they are floating under the order or energy of Supreme Personality of Godhead. They do not fall down into the water, which covers the half of the universe. All the planets are heavy with their various mountains, seas, oceans, cities, palaces, and buildings, and yet they are floating. It is understood from this passage that all the planets that are floating in the air above the ocean and mountains, similar to those on this planet. So, very nicely explained by Srila Prabhupada that all these planets are floating. Like Earth is, do you know Earth is floating? There is no string holding the Earth. It's floating and it's rotating like this around itself and around the sun. Now there are millions of planets floating actually. How many? Trillions,
Billions.
billions, zillion. You just can't even think about it. How many planets are floating? This current galaxy in which our planet is, which is the name of the galaxy where our planet is existing? Our planet is in a galaxy called as Milky Way galaxy. In this galaxy, there are zillions of planets. Earth is one small dot. Now, all these planets are rotating around itself, and scientists are discovering one planet every day, probably one star every day. So, who is keeping them in place? Somebody may say gravity, but I mean, who created all this? So, there has to be a creator for a creation. When you say creation, there is a creator. There is an art, there is an artist. There is a music, there is a musician or composer, right? There's a law, there is a lawmaker. So this whole creation is there. If you accept there is a creation, then there has to be a creator. Like say, this instrument is a remote control. If you find it on the street lying like that, so you say this came automatically. Did it came automatically? Now somebody designed it, somebody put the connections in it, then it went to the manufacturing facility, then they devised it very nicely. Then what happened next?
Testing.
Then it was tested, then it was packed, then it was shipped, then it came to the store, then it was sold by a salesman, and that came to you. It's like a huge process. But you're not aware of all the people who did all this work, right? So you may say, oh, this came automatically. But that automatic is your ignorance. It is not automatic. You understand the point? So if you are really scientific, then you'll think all these things and say, oh, definitely there is a involvement of Krishna. You understand the point? More you are scientifically oriented, more you will understand and appreciate Krishna. Scientists can understand Krishna more than anybody else, actually. So Newton was a great scientist, and one of his friend he came to see Newton one day. You know the story? What is the story? Tell me, what was the story of Newton? His scientist friend came, and what happened
The
then?
Apple one thing, right?
What is that?
Apple.
No, 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 no. So Newton was a firm believer of God. So the scientist friend came and he saw that Newton had dismantled a very wonderful car. They had a car, dismantled everything. So then the scientist said, what did you do, Newton? Why did you dismantle the whole vehicle? So he said that I'm going to make a big explosion, and then from that, a big new car will come. So his friend said, "Oh, you are talking nonsense. It cannot happen like that. That if you make an explosion, the car will come out of the parts." So Newton said, "Yes, that is what I'm trying to say to you. That how can the beautiful world, this universe is so beautiful, can you think it came as an explosion? It cannot, right? So we can understand that the material world. Do you think the world is beautiful? Yes or no?
Yes.
So many beautiful trees are there. The mountains are there. People are so nice. The living entities. There are birds, different types of birds, and butterflies. So many butterflies, so beautiful looking. So all those things are created by a creator. It cannot be just like that. So we cannot be foolish and say it's automatic. There is Krishna, there is a controller, there is a guide who can control everything, right? So with that, we'll pause here. We'll continue our study of Srimad Bhagavatam tomorrow. You have any questions?